Welcome to Mr. Math Academy. Grow your math brain.
Hello friends, welcome back to Mr. Math Academy. So today in this video we will solve on simple numerical which is based on the two force members connected to the multi-force member. So already we have solved so many problems which are related to the principle of superposition problems. So now today we will go for the one more simple numerical which is based on the a multi-force members. So let us consider this is a one simple problem here, okay, that is also we can say that this is important. Now what he has given in this problem is, so a rigid horizontal beam of 2 meter length is supported by two rods suspended from a sloping roof. So what he has given, there is a one horizontal beam is there. So now this beam, horizontal beam is suspended by some two rods he has given. So how they are having a means they are suspended from a two, that is the sloping roof here. That is the sloping means you can just see this is a sloping roof here. So now this is a horizontal beam here what he has given. So now this is suspended by two rods here. So one is a copper rod, there is a one more is it's a steel rod. So he has given the dimensions of this, that is the length of the copper rod is 1.5 meter and the diameter here is given as, okay, the 15 mm diameter is given for a copper here. Again for the steel member, the length of this steel member is 2 meter and again the diameter of this steel member will be, he has given as a 10 mm diameter is given, okay. Now there is a one more thing what he has given is the load, which is the load will be acting here, you can just see here. So if a load of 10 kilonewton is applied at the middle of the beam, so what he has given, so at the middle of the beam I am applying a 10 kilonewton here, okay. So means he has given the 2 meter length of this horizontal beam is given. So at the middle means it's a 1 meter here and 1 meter will be on the right hand side. So what has given again, so we know that since it is two different materials here, copper and the steel materials, so definitely there will be different Young's modulus will be there. So what we have to find out in this problem is, so we need to find out the stress which is induced in the copper rod and what will be the stress induced in the steel rod. And after that, so because when you apply this 10 kilonewton load, so there will be a deformation takes place in this copper rod as well as the steel rod. So after that, when the deformation takes place, so it might be a deformation will be differences both in the copper and the steel rod. So then what will be the angle of the inclination of the beam? If suppose the angle beam, that is a beam bends in somewhere here, so then what will be the angle it can make? So that we have to find out. Now let us move on to the problem how we can solve here is, first we will try to write the free body diagram of a given problem here, okay. Now I will just take the same thing here, okay. So this is a free body diagram how I can take, so this is represent as point A, so this is point B. So he has given what, so the load is acting 10 kilonewton exactly at the center, that is a 10 kilonewton. So once if the load is acting 10 kilonewton means because of this roof, okay, it's the beam is suspended means there will be some reaction which is acting exactly up the opposite in this particular points, okay. So these are the two reactions which are acting in a upward direction. So I'll just take this is a some P copper here, that is a load in a, that is a reaction in a copper here. So again I can take this as a P steel, okay. Now after finding means after writing this free body diagram, I'll try to calculate what will be the PC and PS, means what is the load in the copper member and what will be the load in the steel member, okay. Now how to calculate that? So the problem is very simple here. Since it is a 10 kilonewton which is acting exactly at the middle point, means for the balancing one, for the equilibrium, so obviously this PC is equal to PS is equal to 5 kilonewton, okay. Or otherwise we can go for the equilibrium equation by taking the that is a sigma moment is equal to 0 and sigma Fy, that is a force, is equal to 0. In that way also we can able to calculate. But since the problem is very simple, so we know that, so PC is equal to PS is equal to 5 kilonewton. So these are the loads here. The next thing is what? I need to find out the stresses produced in the two rods. So two rod is what? One is a copper, second one is a steel. I'll try to calculate the first thing in the steel rod, that is the stress in copper rod is given by what? The stress in the copper rod is, it's a load by area, that is a load in a copper by area of a copper here. So this is 5 into 10 power 3 I will take, that is in terms of Newton. So area of a copper, so what will be the area? So we know that the diameter of the copper is 15 mm. So I can write this as pi by 4 into 15 square. So this is the A, that is a pi d square by 4. So you just simplify, just I am going to get some megapascal here, that is a Newton per mm square. I am going to get somewhere around, it's a 28.29 I am getting here, that is the Newton per mm square, or I can take megapascal. The first part is over. Now again I can go for the, what will be the stress in the steel rod. So I can calculate steel rod is equal to, it's a PS by AS, that is a load in the steel member by area of a steel member. The load in the steel member, it remains same, because since it is a 5 kilonewton, the member will be in equilibrium. Okay. Now area of a steel rod means, so the diameter is given, so it's a 10 mm diameter in the steel rod is given, so it's a pi by 4 into 10 square. So you just simplify. So if I simplify this, what I am getting here value is, it's a 63.66. So I am getting a value of 63.66 Newton per mm square, or I can take the megapascal. So what else we have to find out? So if these are the stresses here, so that part is over. Now again also find the inclination of the beam. So inclination of the beam means what? I need to calculate what will be the change in length in both the sections. So to calculate the change in length, I'll just calculate somewhere here. Okay. So delta L copper I can take here. What will be the change in length in the copper? So formula is what? It's a PL by AE. Okay, PL by AE. So P means I need to take the copper here. Copper, I can take here also copper things. Now the load in the copper is 5 into 10 power 3. So the length of the copper is, so this is 1.5 meter is there. I will try to take in terms of the mm here. So then it will be simple, so that I can write in terms of Newton per mm square or something, okay, or in terms of mm. So this is 1.5 into 10 power 3 mm. The area becomes what? It's a pi by 4 into the area here, it's a 15 square, that is we are taking the copper here, and Young's modulus of the copper member. So we know that Young's modulus of the copper is 130 gigapascal. I have to take in terms of the megapascal, or it's a Newton per mm square. So I'll take 130 into 10 power 3. So if I solve this, what I'm getting the value here is somewhere around, okay, so in the copper it's a 0.3265 what I'm getting here. That is the change in length in the copper member. Okay. Now I'll try to calculate what will the change in length in the steel member also. I'll just take delta L steel is equal to, it's a PL by AE, same formula. So but thing is we have to take the steel member. Okay. The load in the steel is also the same thing. It's a 5 into 10 power 3. That is in terms of Newton. The length of the steel is what? It's a 2 meter is given. I'll try to take in terms of the mm here. Okay, it's a 2 into 10 power 3. So area of the steel rod means, since the diameter is 10 mm, I'll try to take the pi by 4 into 10 square. That will be the area. And Young's modulus of the steel is what? It's a 210 gigapascal. I'll take in terms of the megapascal. So that is 210 into 10 power 3. Now if I simplify this, what will be the change in length I am getting here is, it's 0.6063. What I am getting here is 0.6063. So this is the change in length in the, okay, steel member. Now what else we have to find out? Now you just compare both the things here, change in length in the copper and the change in length in the steel. So there will be difference is there, 0.32 is there, here it's a 0.60 is there. I'll try to write those dimensions, okay, those changes in length, okay, below this figure here. Okay, I'll try to write somewhere here. If this is a, okay, I'll write here itself. If suppose, okay, right, so this is actually the beam here. So that is actually the position A initially, initial position. When we apply the load 10 kilonewton, we just see here there will be a change in length 0.3265, means it moves somewhere here up to here, that is A dash I'll take. The steel member will move up to 0.6063 from this initial position, it will move somewhere here from the initial position. So this will be the B dash here, means that is the positions of the, that is a horizontal beam when we apply the load here. So now this beam will becomes like this. So now this is A dash position of the beam, and this is the B dash is the position of the, okay, beam on the right hand side part. Now I need to calculate what will be the angle of inclination. You just take the horizontal line here. So if I take, this is a theta here, that is a angle of the inclination. So from where it is moving here, so we know that this length is 2 meter. Okay, the same thing what I have taken, it's a 2 meter horizontal one. So this is A dash B dash. So this becomes, if I calculate this, the length here, I can able to calculate what will be the angle of inclination. But the thing is what, this total length is 0.6063, but from here to here this length becomes, so the length of the A to A dash, so that's nothing but this length is nothing but your, it's a 0.3265 mm. So this is 0.6063, the total. Now I need to find out the length of this part, the length of the, if suppose if I take any P, okay, I'll take R here, that is I need to find out what will be the length of this R in RB dash. So RB dash is nothing but what, I'll write somewhere here, RB dash is equal to the total length, it's a 0.6063, I have to subtract, so 0.3265. So what I am getting the value here is, okay, so let it be, this will help in the while calculating part. So that will be the RB dash. Now I need to find out the angle of inclination, means, so this is somewhat the triangle here. Now I will try to calculate what will be the angle of inclination. Therefore angle of inclination is, therefore from triangle A dash R B dash, so this is the A dash R B dash, take tan function, tan theta is equal, why tan theta means, so tan theta is a adjacent by hypotenuse, okay, so adjacent by opposite by adjacent, sorry, so tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. So from this triangle tan theta becomes, opposite is R B dash, so adjacent is what, it's a dash R, okay. Now we know that RB dash is equal to this part, entire thing, so RB dash is equal to 0.6063 minus 0.3265. So A dash R is nothing but, it's a 2 meter divided by 2 into 10 power 3. So I can get this, if you just take tan theta here, if you just simplify and if you take the inverse of that answer, I can get a theta here. Therefore theta is equal to tan inverse of 0.6063 minus 0.3265 by 2 into 10 power 3. Therefore, theta what I am getting here is some radians. So what I am getting the value over here is theta is equal to 1.4 into 10 power minus 4 radians. So this will be the answer here, that will be the solution, that is 1.4 into 10 power minus 4 radians. If I write in terms of the degrees, so this is obviously is equal to some 0.08 degrees, 0.008 degrees, sorry. Okay, that will be the angle of the inclination. I hope you have understood this simple numerical. Only thing is what, so there will be horizontal beam is given, so it is suspended by some rods here, that is a copper rod and the steel rod. So with the, okay, that is a sloping roof here. So when we apply the load of 10 kilonewton at the center point, what will be the stresses induced in the copper rod and the steel rod? Okay, so we have to find out that one, as well as we have to find out the what will be the inclination when we apply the load here in the horizontal beam. So for that we have calculated the stress in each member. So after finding that, we have to calculate the changes in the length both in the copper and the steel rod. If we calculate, there will be a difference we are going to get in the both in the steel and the copper rod. So from that data we can able to calculate what will be the angle of inclination. So that what we are getting here is it's a 0.008 degree, or it's a 1.4 into 10 power minus 4 radians. I hope you have understood this problem. Okay, if you like this video, kindly comment, okay, share it to your friends and subscribe our channel. Thank you.